This is the collapse of World Trade Center Building 7, September 11th, 2001.
Now, here we're going to show you a videotape of the collapse itself.
Describe that.
Now we go to videotape, the collapse of this building.
It's amazing.
Amazing, incredible, pick your word. For the third time today, it's reminiscent of those pictures we've all seen too much on television before, when a building was deliberately destroyed by well-placed dynamite to knock it down.
520, World Trade Center 7, a 47-story office building 300 feet away from the North Tower, suddenly collapses. The building's tenants included the CIA, Department of Defense, IRS, Secret Service, and Rudy Giuliani's emergency bunker. And the SEC was using it to store 3,000 to 4,000 files related to numerous Wall Street investigations. Although every single building surrounding Building 7 stood intact, it fell straight down into a convenient little pile in 6 seconds. On May 4th, 1988, a 62-story skyscraper in Los Angeles burned for 3 hours and spread over 4 floors. It did not collapse. On February 23, 1991, a 38-story skyscraper in Philadelphia, built in 1973, burned for more than 19 hours and spread over 8 floors. It did not collapse. On October 17, 2004, a 56-story skyscraper in Venezuela, built in 1976, burned for over 17 hours and spread over 26 floors, eventually reaching the roof. Guess what? It did not collapse.
Shape charges are one example of the natural crossover between military and civilian demolition. They are favored by demolition companies to implode buildings.
This is a non-haz, which is non-hazard flex linear. And the actual shape charge effect is formed by a copper V that runs the full length of the flex. It can be used to do very minute cutting, or, thick, cutting where you need to cut like heavy metal 2 inches thick.
This is the World Trade Center building layout. The red building is Building 7. Across the street is Building 6, and next to that, the North Tower. In this aerial photograph, the remains of the North Tower are in the foreground. Falling debris damaged Building 5, upper right, Building 6, upper left, and Building 7, partially shown at the top of your screen. This is looking back the other way, with the Building 7 debris pile in the foreground. Building 5 is now upper left and Building 6 upper right. Though all 3 buildings burned all day, most of Building 5 and parts of Building 6 remained standing, while Building 7 collapsed completely in 6 seconds. Here's a section of Building 7's framework. Note the bent steel I-beams. Steel bends, it doesn't just break off, and there's no sign of fire here. These I-beams have been cut, and rather precisely. First a small section, then the center, then the outside walls. It takes hundreds of precisely timed explosions to bring a building straight down in near free fall time and land in its own footprint. Other than September 11th, no steel frame building has ever collapsed due to fire. And Building 7 certainly looks exactly like a controlled demolition.